Governor, ABC is reporting that National Security Advisor Mike Waltz will be leaving the administration after the infamous Signalgate. Trump seems to still be standing behind Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth. Now, you served in the Army. You are a Bronze Star awardee. You toured in Afghanistan, yes? Should in your view, Pete Hegseth be heading the Defense Department, and should he be dismissed or resign?
No, he shouldn't be there. Listen, I believe in accountability. And the truth is that what the secretary did, a 19-year-old who served with me in Afghanistan would have a greater measurement of accountability than the Department of Defense now has.
Wow.
I mean, this is a very serious time.
Yeah.
And these are very serious issues we are dealing with, and we need serious people.
Yeah.
Who are then going to sit in these seats. And so I respect the president and the president's ability to be able to build a cabinet, but I also believe that accountability does matter, and there has to be accountability when you have such a serious security breach. And literally, there's been no drop of accountability that we've seen thus far.
Yeah. Well, Governor, I want to move on to something. At your State of the State address in February, you spoke about something we've talked about at this table a lot, the need to help struggling men and boys. Can you talk about why this issue deserves our attention?
You know, it's an incredibly important issue, I think, for two reasons. One is the data is just absolutely staggering. If you look at the state of Maryland, boys have 4 times the chance of committing suicide than our young girls. In the state of Maryland, boys have 4 times the chance of overdosing than our young girls, have 10 times the chance of being a victim of homicide.
Yeah.
So you just have to follow the data to see that something is going on, and we have to spend more attention and time of what's happening with our boys. But the other thing is, for me, it is very personal, because I was raised by a single mom, and my mom would be the first one to tell you she could teach me so much, and she taught me so much. But there's certain nuance about being a man that she could not teach me. Just same thing. I have an amazing 13-year-old daughter, and there's certain nuances about being a woman I just can't teach her because I don't know it.
Yeah.
That we have to do more to be able to engage our young men and boys. We have to do more to get them involved inside of issues of education and healthcare and as mentors and support systems. Mental health. And it's why we are really the first state in the country now that has an entire administration. Every one of my cabinet secretaries, every one of my agency heads, we now have an entire performance cabinet that is zeroing in on this issue about if you can lift up men and boys in our state, you're going to lift up everybody.
Wow.
And don't forget about us.
Oh, no. And
don't forget about us, because, that's the thing. We can balance it.
You can do both.
We can do both.
You can do both.
Yeah.
One does not happen to have the exclusion of the other.
Yes.
Are you trying to tell me something? You want me to rap right now? Oh, okay. Our thanks to Governor Wes Moore.